Well, look at those snowy mountains. That is Mount Baldy out there. Where are we, you ask? We are in Southern California, around Yucaipa and Redlands. San Bernardino's out there. We are doing some sort of little ridge traverse peak. I don't think you can see it. It's called Cram Ridge and Cram Peak. It seems to be sort of an off-trail route. So we came up a dirt road to that hill that you see, and now we've dropped like 100 feet or so. We've crossed what is Morton Creek on the map. It has a little bit of water. It's got some flowing water if you needed it. So far this first, almost mile, probably like 3/4 of a mile, hit a little ups and downs, but pretty flat and on like a road. But pretty soon we're gonna hit this ridge and we're just gonna go straight up it. So we've come up this dirt road 100 feet or maybe 200 feet, and it keeps going, but I think we're supposed to branch off here and stay on this hill. It's very windy, by the way. It's like 40-mile-an-hour winds down. So I don't know if it's Santa Ana winds or what, but my car was blowing all over the place. It's not as bad now, but it's very windy. I'm sure you can see some of the wind. So I'm heading up this overgrown use path, which could get a little rough. I got pants on though, so for the wind and for the overgrowth. So I think I'll be okay. So we're just headed straight up, I think. So we've popped up a good 500 feet on this use trail. Our car's out there at the end of that big dirt strip that you see. We've wrapped around, come down that path up over the bump, and now up here it's very sandy, so when it's steep it's very hard to walk up because you're sliding like a sand dune. But yeah, not much of a trail here whatsoever, but I'm able to follow it. So that's not your summit. It's going to be way beyond that and higher, but that might get us a view up to where we're going next. That might represent 1,000 feet up or something. I think we're probably 500 feet up, maybe a little more. So yeah, still a long way to go, but cool views. There's a big dam here, and we've lost view over there, Baldy. But yeah, I'll show you as we get higher up. This terrain is incredibly steep, and like I said, the problem is that it's loose sand. So this actually has some sort of steps in it, but this is like 2,000 feet a mile steepness. It reminds me of the sections on the Skin Suit Trail on the hills just south of Corona, which is only like an hour from here. But yeah, this is extremely challenging stepping up. It's gonna be hard getting down. I mean, I can't even step up this without slipping or using my hands. So we're getting up. It's just very challenging, very sandy, very steep, and I don't like it, but we'll make it. Even if we're moving at 35-minute mile pace. So on the way up. Whew. So we've popped up over 1,000 feet now from our low point. I just looked at the map. So there, with those little ups and downs, it's not 2,100 from low to high, it's like 1,900. We have about 900 to go to the summit, but this is super steep. I think it might get a little easier, but I am not sure about that. Just the sand, the overgrowth isn't too bad with pants. sort of hard to see the trail. I'm just sort of walking straight up. But yeah, this is very hard work. Can't stress that enough. I'm sure there's snakes in the brush too. So we're over halfway up now, but not by much. And as you can see, we're just sort of walking up this thing through the grass. Feels good though. 200 vertical feet later, so maybe we have 700 to go. Just admiring the valley. And sort of those high ones you see over there, I think those might be the hills around Corona. It's a similar hike, like 2,000 feet, like straight up. I have a brief section here that isn't as steep, so I feel like I'm actually walking, and I could even jog normal pace. But yeah, this is tough. This is hard work. I'm hopeful once I get up high. The track I have doesn't actually go to the summit, so I'm gonna have to go up a little more and maybe even drop and regain. I don't really know. So there could be more work for us when we hit wherever this tops out on this track I have. So you can see just sort of a rough path that just stays high on the ridge the whole time. Look at this cut. Wow, that's crazy. Dams, big dams all over the place. I don't even know what this is called. Snow up there, peak up there. Yeah, cool. There's so Baldy's the one you couldn't see before. The high snow up in the clouds is Baldy. So I think the snow is down to like, I don't know, maybe 7,500 feet or so would be my guess. So yeah. But yeah, just headed up. Little rest here, but I'm sure that will not last long. That's San Jacinto out there, and then you're starting to see San Gorgonio. You can't see the summit, but where you see that snow up there, those are a bit lower, but San Gorgonio is going to be out there, so we should have a view of it, I think, when we're on the summit. So I have less than 500 feet to go now. But still, I got pricked by one of those aloe type plants, and it went through my shoe into my toe. Those hurt so much. You all know if you've been stabbed by one of those aloe plants. Very painful. So anyway, it looks like we have a nice steep little spine to go up for a couple hundred feet here, and then we'll have to keep going. Just more higher hills keep appearing every time we climb one. This is gorgeous up here though. Sun, wind, you know, probably 50 degrees. Awesome. Wow. And we've crested this little hill, and look at the view we have out here. I don't think that's San Gorgonio. I think it's higher up and beyond, but okay, so we were right there. The trail has completely disappeared, and we've basically hit this incredibly steep slope. I don't know, unless I had to be over there and I completely missed the trail a while ago, which is possible. Maybe the trail cut low. Let me go investigate down there. Maybe I should be down there and not on this slope, so give me a minute to assess here. I think I should have been down here. Luckily this is pretty nice sand, but I can step down. Aha! Yeah, I think I should have dropped off that little summit to the right. And now, voila, we have a nice trail down to the saddle and up to Cram Peak. So here we go, we're back in business. We are summiting Cram Peak, and there is a trail. I just missed it. So I will check in up on the summit. Well folks, I think this is Cram Peak we're coming up on. If I can find the high point somewhere. I think it's like right here, yeah. We got a triangle. Oh, and a registry, nice. Oh. summit, I think. Let's get a view out to the big boys. Before we drop off a cliff here. Yeah, look at that. So I don't think that's San Gorgonio. Can I easily figure out what that is? I honestly do not know. There's so many mountains here, I don't know which one I'm looking at. But it looks like there's higher ones with more snow beyond. That's San Jacinto out there. So yeah, awesome. Cram Peak, that took like an hour 15, maybe a little more, hour 17 to get here. There was a little bit of navigation issue and I almost stopped one time, but for only like 3¼ miles basically. So whatever that works out to, 24-minute miles or something. So slow, it's steep. Probably about 2,200 feet of total gain on this hike, maybe a little more. But yeah, whatever peak that is, looks pretty awesome. There's one up there with some sort of structure on top. I think the snow's down further than 7,500. I think that's probably like 6,500 now that I'm looking at it, because we're at 4,160 or 4,170 here. There's a structure up on that. I mean, that could be pretty easy to get to, although this might be a precipitous drop. But looking back out to the valley there, and a perfect weather up here. It's getting late in the day, so I need to get down. I don't think I'm going to be threatening darkness with the time change that recently happened, but Cram Peak, C-R-A-M. Put it on your list if you're in the Inland Empire area. Steep little hike, very comparable to the Skin Suit Trail in Corona, I found. That's a little more open. This is more overgrown, so but yeah, I'm gonna sign the registry and drop all the way off here, a couple thousand feet. We're not on the steep part yet. Still pretty slippy though. Anyway, just bombing right off here. This is an awesome view, looking out down below, and you can see the water that's trickling out from, I still don't know what this is called, this reservoir trickling out down there to a river, I guess. But yeah, still have I don't know, 1,500 feet, 1,400 feet to descend, I would say. So quite a bit. All right, we're about to hit the part I'm dreading, which is this couple hundred feet here, and then off that next flat part another 100 feet. This is just super loose. Not too bad right here because we're near the top of it as we crested, but this is a steep little descent and then another steep one off that, and then it's still steep, but I won't have to put on the brakes as much like I am now. So we're about halfway down at this point, I think. I'm definitely on trail. It is pretty overgrown in some places, so, but I don't think you can lose it because you just stay on the ridge. You'll know if you're heading off either side. It'll get steep real quick. Yeah. As you can see, this is real steep. The fact that it's sort of loose helps you because you sort of can go with it, but I'll probably slip and slide at some point, I'm guessing. I'm doing okay so far. I think it's gonna get worse. So anyway, headed down. We've come down, got into the road. Gonna cross the creek down here, and then just gotta climb this well up there. Gotta climb this little 100-foot climb and then drop down to the car on the other side. So still probably almost a mile of the car. Just all flat and downhill aside from this one climb pretty much. Car's still here. Hopefully not broken into. That was like 210 almost, all in. So not exactly lighting the world on fire for 6.5 miles. 20-minute mile pace, which is not fast. 25 down, or 25 up, 15 down. Actually faster because I stopped quite a bit. But yeah, awesome hike, and you can't really see where we went to. It's beyond. But yeah, Cram Peak, give it a shot. See you on the next one.